So let's talk about theoretical and experimental probability. These are different ways of thinking about and calculating probabilities. When we use theoretical probability, the way we're calculating the probability is based on the sample space, which is what we just talked about, right? So this is based on the sample space, on what could theoretically happen. So let's take a look at our spinner. If I want to know the probability of getting yellow, I would first consider my sample space. How many total outcomes, like total possible outcomes, could I have here? Well, I could have yellow, green, blue, or red. Yellow, green, blue, or red, 4 possible outcomes. So 4 is my denominator. And how many of those are yellow? 1 of them. So my theoretical probability of getting a yellow with this spinner is 1 out of 4. And we just use our sample space to figure out, in theory, what the likelihood of getting a yellow is. Now let's talk about experimental probability. This is based on data and results, on what you've recorded to actually happen. So usually when you're calculating experimental probability, you'll be given something like a table, but you're going to be given some data to use to calculate that probability. So in this case, let's see, I have spun a spinner. Well, totaling this up, these add to 40. 10 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11 is 40. So I have 40 outcomes in my experiment here. There's 40 total outcomes. That's going to be my denominator. If I want to know the probability of getting yellow, what I would do is write 11 out of 40. So 11 of my spins were yellow. I had 40 total spins. So my experimental probability of getting a yellow is 11 out of 40. Now that's another way of thinking about and calculating probabilities.